everyone, Prestige here. Welcome back to my second channel. Today we're going to be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, and I actually want to do somewhat of a mini review on this. I want to talk a little bit about it. As somebody who's played Tony Hawk since the original, I was really excited for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. It was just one of those games that I was literally pre-ordered. As soon as I heard that it went out for pre-order, I was just so ready for it and waiting. And unfortunately, I was let down. As you can see, the reviews on this game online have not been good. Under 50% ratings, and they've just been very, very bad. And it's really hard to see the good in something that's so bad. I mean, it's just a very, very unfortunate thing that's happened. And I feel bad saying this because I know devs put a lot of time into the game, but this is just something that didn't work out in the long run. But let's just talk about the game overall. First thing you're going to notice is I don't have any music playing. For one, YouTube copyright strikes are running rampant. I don't want to get a copyright strike. And for two, the music was actually not good at all. I mean, there was maybe like one, maybe two tracks that I knew and that were like okay, but it didn't really feel like, to me, it fit the Tony Hawk series. So if you want to do yourself a favor, turn the music off immediately, go to your phone or your computer and turn on the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, or 3 soundtrack and just listen to that while you play this game, as long as you are playing this game. Another thing that I think that they missed out on hugely is the overall missions and how they're structured in this game. Of course, we all remember Tony Hawk as being a game where it's like you're able to just jump in, you got 2 minutes, and you got to do as many challenges as you can within that 2-minute time limit. And challenges that you complete, they'll save, they'll be done, and you'll be good to go on to do the next thing. And I really liked, you know, in previous games where you had different challenge levels, getting a different amount of points and stuff like that. And for the most part, some of that still exists here, but it's been kind of stripped away, and in place we have some sort of a lackluster or half-assed multiplayer where you're basically put on a map that you select, and in that map you have just a bunch of copy and paste Tony Hawks riding around on their skateboards. The character customization from the official trailer, you can't really be yourself. There's not that much customization. I mean, when it comes to like your deck and choosing a print for that, there's a lot of customization, but overall character design, like facial features, clothing, stuff like that, there really isn't that much. And I noticed that a lot of reviewers say that there wasn't customization at all, but that's just not the case. You have to go to like a pro player, then you have to go to customize a pro player, and you're pretty much transforming Tony Hawk or whatever other player you're playing as to a new character. And I think that it was almost like a step back from what we've seen previously with Tony Hawk games. I mean, just think back to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, for example. Basically become a super pro skater, which was awesome. So you were actually growing as you were completing levels, and that's what really kept an engaging time for me, at least, while playing those previous games. And I was really hoping for something like that here, but they took a way different art direction as well, going with the cel-shaded designs, being able to kind of like go out of the normal and almost completely wreck the gameplay by adding features that were literally out of this world, adding like a double jump to your skateboard, being able to like hover with your skateboard. And honestly, it just felt really weird, and I think that they could have still done something like that, but more or less had it as like a secret or like a cheat code or something that we've seen before. I mean, just remember back to the old Tony Hawk games, being able to play as Bam Margera's dad or Officer Dick, or playing as a hobo, Ali the Magic Hobo. I mean, that was pretty cool. Being able to do that kind of stuff did take it out of the norm. It made it feel a little superficial, but in the same sense, you were still grounded, you were still playing, and you still had that Tony Hawk feel, as to where this completely rips everything we've come to know and love of Tony Hawk and just pulls it out of there. And one more feature that they added to this game that I find more as a detriment more than anything, and it's just very, very difficult to get used to, and that is the slam ability. So now if you want to grind, you just press triangle or Y, depending on your console of choice, of course, and you'll be able to grind. But if you hold the Y button or the triangle button, you'll come out of the air in more or less of a slam fashion, and that will basically bring you down to earth in a super quick fashion, and it just completely ruins combos. I don't like it because I'm one of those people that would hit triangle while I was in the air to come back down and land in a grind, but now when you hit it, you end up doing that slam, and it really does ruin your combos. Everything else works pretty good. Manuals, grab tricks, lip tricks, grinding. It is pretty fun overall, but I don't think that it was worth $60. And I almost feel like betrayed because of the official trailer, and it really didn't give you that same feel. I think the saving factor for this game is the Create a Park, where you're able to actually make your own skate parks and stuff like that. That's a feature that I really liked in previous Tony Hawk games, but I think that overall this was a very good shot at making something great, at revamping something, bringing it back into the limelight, and possibly going on from here. But I think that they failed very, very hard. In thinking about other ones, I mean, Tony Hawk Project 8, American Wasteland, those were awesome Tony Hawk games. They still had the kind of out of the norm, not really realistic, but more of an arcade skate game. And I think that that's what they were going for here, but they completely missed their mark. And coming in at $60, I definitely expected more, and I honestly did find it very misleading. I mean, you look at the box art for the game, the cover art, and it gives you that nostalgic feeling of a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game because it looks just like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, but what you find on the inside is way misleading. It's nothing of what you come to expect, and it almost feels like a very misleading thumbnail on YouTube. You click the video and you don't get what you wanted to see, and that's just an unfortunate thing. So let me know what you guys think about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Have you guys played it? Have you given it a chance? I've tried, and I literally am just going to shelf this game for life, probably. I can't find any use to playing it. It's not fun. Even after the updates, it's just not been a good ride. And that's another thing, too. The game is 4.5 gigabytes, I believe. But the first day, there was like a 9 gigabyte patch to fix all the problems, and it still didn't fix everything. So that's just my thoughts on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just wanted to share it with you guys here on the second channel. And I don't know, I feel very disappointed. Like, this is almost the final nail in the coffin for this series. If they were to make a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6, they need to go back to their roots. And what I mean by that is look at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, 4, and then take all of that, all of what was great in those games, and make a number 5. This is almost like a step back, and the fact that it was $60 and cost more than those games were at original launch, that's a sad thing, and I definitely think it's a very poor way to cash in on some nostalgic memories that some people, including myself, had. And I was excited, but all of that excitement was removed from my body when I finally got hands-on time with it. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Let me know what you think about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 down below in the comments section, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!